documentary right, I'll kill you. And we're back.
Hey,
Yay!
we fucking did it.
Wake the fuck up. Thursday morning.
Fuck yes.
We're here today with Jerome Boudreaux. We're going to talk about what your affinity for the warehouse, I think, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So what's did you go to it? Are you part of it? What was the deal
We
with
went to the warehouse. I started back in '74
Okay.
when I started to go out concerts and
Right.
everything. Seen Jay Giles there, seen Foghat there, seen quite a few. Then from '76 to '80, I wasn't around anymore.
Right.
Uncle Sam got me.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
yeah. So I didn't get back until '80. Then the warehouse shut down in '82.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
The last... God damn this thing.
Fuck.
You're going to see me fighting with this every time. So the last concert there was Talking Heads, right?
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First
I do like some
concert
Talking
there was Fleetwood Mac.
It was Fleetwood Mac,
Yeah.
The Flock, and Grateful Dead.
Yeah. Very cool.
And that's when Grateful Dead got busted down on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Therefore,
What's
the song
this? I don't
came
know
out.
this. I don't know this.
Well, it was the first concert, and NOPD didn't want them around here.
Right.
So when they came down, they busted them down on Bourbon Street. So the Grateful Dead came up and put that in one of their songs.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, the first night it was the Grateful Dead, Fleetwood Mac, and The Flock. The second night, because they were supposed to have two nights, well, the Grateful Dead couldn't make
Obviously,
it, so
yes.
it was Fleetwood Mac and The Flock.
Okay.
And then the third night, Don Fox, the way I understand it, say, hey, we'll do a third night, and all the proceeds goes to their attorneys.
Okay.
But Fleetwood Mac couldn't make it, so it was just Grateful Dead and The Flock.
Okay.
So.
And were you were just a fan all the time going to the shows?
Yeah, I was just nothing but a fan.
Yeah.
Just loving music, you know. Used to go there, used to go to St. Bernard Civic Center, used to go to City Park.
Right.
And,
Shit.
and places like that, the Municipal Auditorium.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was it the band that brought you there or the venue?
It was the music. It's
Okay.
all about the music.
Right.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter where it was. Just
Nah.
if it's somebody I want to see, I'm going to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. But a lot more, I guess, at the warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was very unique.
Right.
I mean,
Did you bring carpet?
10 by 10 will get you in,
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
What is this?
Yeah.
What? I don't know shit about this stuff. He knows
okay.
a bunch. He
Yeah,
did.
I was
Yeah.
part of that warehouse documentary
Yeah.
that came out about 10 years ago. A friend of mine who I don't talk to anymore. Anyway, he made the documentary.
Oh,
and,
Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse
Yeah.
Williamson.
Yeah.
Me and him were friends for about 30 years. And,
Okay.
We were talking on the porch one night at his old apartment complex, and we were talking about this other documentary that happened about the wetlands in New York. And I was saying, well, there should be a documentary made about the warehouse because both of our parents talked about it. Both, my mom and his parents both went there when they were younger. I think my mom saw Black Sabbath there a long time ago.
Nice.
Yeah, they played there.
Yeah, and so I was drunk as hell that night, and he went off with the idea. He's like, the next day, he's like, man, it was a great idea what you said last night. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and like, it was the warehouse. He actually gave me credit on it. I mean,
Nice.
for coming up with the idea, and we brainstormed on it a good bit. But I was with him whenever he was doing a lot of the information for him. We would talk about it constantly at the time. I know so much about it. I'm the first credit at the end of it just for saying it, I guess.
Oh, well,
But
hey.
but I was there. We talked to Bill Johnson, the owner of the place.
Yeah, one of the owners.
One of Dan
Right.
Fox or Don Fox.
Don Fox,
He
yeah.
wouldn't talk to us. He was like was not down with
Don is very, very quiet. I know a couple of people that tried to talk to him. Hey, let's just talk on the side about the warehouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope. Fucking.
So you've met Jesse as well?
No, I know of him. No.
Yeah. He was really successful with that one. I mean, I think they play that all the time on PBS, and
Nice.
Theo
Okay.
Vaughn shouted it out on his podcast.
What's the name of it? Do you know?
Warehouse on Chapatoulas.
Yeah,
Okay.
Warehouse on Chapatoulas. As a matter of fact, if you go on blackstrat.net,
Uh-huh.
go all the way
Bobby's
down
site.
to the last page, and they have the documentary right there.
Okay. Okay. I'll
So-
put a link up on that shit for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Plus, it shows you all the bands that played there. They got a little bit of an audio. Some have video.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
a big kind of archive of that
Oh yeah, it's about
Okay.
about 106 something pages.
shit? Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got a lot of information
Right.
in there.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Did they ever end up doing the monument?
Yes, we did. Matter of fact, May 17th of this year is our 5th anniversary of the
I've
monument.
never even been to it.
Nice.
That's
And,
terrible. All of a
That
sudden-
was the other thing that I wanted to.
Yeah.
That's why, because there's an anniversary coming up. 'cause
It's
of
our
the-
5th anniversary. We went ahead, we built it. We actually wanted to open it up on the 50th anniversary of the warehouse,
Right.
which was 2020.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, with construction, high waters and everything, Bobby Wall tried, he tried, but the Corps of Engineers wouldn't let us drive piles and construction delays and everything, so we couldn't have it on that date. So what we did is I told Bobby, I said, hey, let's just put it out there. We'll meet at the original site.
Yeah.
I'll bring my PA system. We'll play some music. And about 45, 50 people showed up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're like, oh, well, hey,
Right,
man,
this
we
is
like
something.
this.
Yeah.
Hey, we like this. And then we pushed it back. I believe we pushed it back to May to open it up, and COVID hit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So now we're in a lapse of, okay, what's going on? Okay, we can't be out there. And then with the contract, we had to take care of the park.
Yeah.
Well, with
Okay.
COVID out there, the city wasn't doing it.
Right,
So we came up with the grass cutting crew.
Okay.
Okay, and about 6, 8 of us, we go out there. A couple from Picayune, Mike and Tessie, Bill Dennison, he's from Gulfport, he'd come out there. Bobby Wall, of course,
Right.
from Mandeville, I'd be out there. Slidell, who else? Come on. Roberts, Willie Roberts and them, they would come out from Destrehan. We cut it. So we were the grass cutting crew for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
And then that finally went away, and then we just started to go see concerts again. But now we have a new thing.
Right.
And then that's where we started to say, hey, well, we're the warehouse crew now.
Right. Yes.
And then we started going seeing concerts. One of our first ones was Wishbone Ash with Andy Powell, who's actually on our Facebook page.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we went and seen him. It was his birthday. Tessie made some happy birthday cards for him. We flapped them.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. So now we go see a lot of bands together. We go see a lot of blues clubs. We always go to Ground Zero.
Right. Yeah. I see a lot of that.
Yeah, we go out there, and we usually
It's a good blues
draw.
spot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
It's
man.
really
I love it.
I've never been, but I see the videos. It's like
It's-
it's nice. Classiche.
That doesn't do it justice whatsoever. But when we go, we usually have anywhere between 10 to 24 people. That
Okay,
show
so
up.
it's a fucking crew.
Yeah. Where we go, and I mean, if you're out there, hey, you're part of the crew.
Yeah.
Come on in. You know,
Right.
you don't need a card or anything. You know, just be there and be jamming. You know.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. And yeah, they can. You guys. I mean, obviously, you posted it on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
So
the Warehouse
so,
Crew.
Yeah, everybody can go follow that shit and like it, and then they'll, if you want to come out, come
Yeah.
on through that shit.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure Bobby Wall approached Jesse at one of the premieres and told him, if you don't do this documentary right, I'll kill you.
Nice.
I am not sure of that, but I know Bobby Wall very well.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It seems like something you would say, but if you're asking me,
I mean, he
under
might have
oath,
just,
no.
I'm sure he's just messing around, but like it was just,
course.
I remember his name because of that.
Yeah.
And was he also the one that made the poster?
Bobby Wall, the way I understand it, him and his friend Raymond was in his attic one day, and they were messing around with a bunch of ticket stubs.
Cool.
And they were just putting them around, and then I think they were drinking. I'm not sure.
Right.
What a good
And
idea.
They thought about it and everything, and then I know about 15 years ago, he was putting out there to do something about the monument.
Uh-huh.
And he got in contact with Keith Mathern, I think it was, and he had a bunch of ticket
Old fucking
stubs,
ticket,
and things like that, and pictures, and then it just started to evolve.
So what's this poster? Like I said, I know nothing about this thing. So what is it? It's all ticket stubs.
It's
and
a
pictures from the
poster
front?
of all type of ticket stubs.
Like
if I would have known, I would've
torn,
brought a
like be
copy.
like torn,
Yeah.
fog hat,
Yeah.
and,
It's
like a big
wishbone
thing, or
ass.
it's like a
They
regular-
made like a 24 by 36 or
Six
whatever
poster,
poster.
yeah.
I saw it in
Yeah.
restaurants around town.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean? It's everywhere. If you go into
Yeah.
the city too. I mean, people are
I
really,
guess I'm
really.
just never looking out for it, you know?
The,
Shit,
the
that's
warehouse was like apparently it was something else, man, because people
I mean,
used to
yeah.
get in with fucking carpet. There was orange. What was the thing? They'd served oranges at the fucking bar
What
and
the
shit
fuck?
like that.
I'm not exactly sure about the bar.
yeah.
There was the smoke patrol guys.
Oh yeah, the Smoke Patrol. They had their own shirt. It was white with a red on there. Warehouse New Orleans with the
Yeah.
top, and they were supposed to be out there to make sure nobody smoked in the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
what you
worked
got
out pretty
there?
well,
Okay, put it.
yeah.
Put it out.
You gotta get that out of here.
Yeah. Put it out. Put it out. So, but yeah, and the place, I mean, was a good place. They tried to let people come on in of all ages, which they did, but a lot of parents got upset about it. I
Really?
mean, they even had one Catholic school
Protest the shit.
had the students fill out a thing, and it's like and then you had to print your name in there.
Right.
Won't
We'll
go
never
to the
go
to the warehouse or
That's-
city
oh,
park.
that's crazy.
Blah, blah, blah.
insane.
Then sent it to their mothers and fathers, and had
Oh.
them sign it and send it back to the
shit.
school.
Okay, I thought maybe a safekeeping. No, the whole family signs off on this. Holy
Everybody,
shit.
and I mean, they used to have Mother Father Day.
Yeah.
Okay, Granny Day, to try to get the elderly, well, not the elderly, well, I guess it was back then,
Right.
to go in to see what it was all about, and it was,
That's probably not. Yeah.
I even know a couple right now, they've been married a long time, and they were dating at the time, and she was going to a Catholic school, and she went to the warehouse
that
and
shit.
seen Molly Hatchet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she got kicked off Cheerleading Squad
Oh, shit.
just for going to see Molly Hatchet.
For Molly Hatchet.
Which was funny, man, because she could have went to Old Man Rivers and seen him and probably never got kicked out.
That's even better. Like, you could have still seen him. the boot for fucking Molly Hatchet.
Yeah.
Jerome, where are you from?
I am from New Orleans. I'm from Old Algiers. That's where I was
Okay.
born and raised at.
Very cool. And what was the first music you were into before you started getting into rock music and stuff like that?
It was always rock.
Was it always rock?
It was always
Yeah,
rock.
yeah.
When we were a kid, I believe it was around 10, 11, we used to live right next door to a place called the Green Cherry.
Okay.
In Old Algiers. It's a block away from the Canal Street Ferry. And they were open every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. And they didn't open up until like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And what it was a rock venue.
Right.
And maybe we lived in shotgun houses, so the band stage was probably approximately like 40, 50 feet away from a bedroom window.
Right.
So, I mean, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, I used to hear it. Francis Garrett's, he used to live across the street. He had a band. He'd practice every Saturday at his mother's house.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Music.
Yeah, it was just always about music.
Hell yeah.
I was just trying to get the scene in 1974. So Pink Floyd's come out, like Dark Side of the Moon's already out. Didn't they play the Warehouse as well? Didn't they have a laser show that
They
Did they?
played there, but I think it was like 72 or 73.
okay.
And they were at the hotel, and their van got stolen
That
with 40,000 bucks worth of equipment.
Yeah, and at the time that was probably a whole lot more than it is
And-
now.
100% is a whole lot more. It's like
And-
$100,000
Yeah.
worth of equipment
Yeah,
now.
and according to the paper and everything, or the article I read, that the NOPD wasn't going to do anything about it.
So they never
But-
played here again for a long
But
time, right?
well, they said they never will, and they never did as
Right.
a band. But the lady that worked there, her daddy worked for the FBI, and she contacted him, and within 4 hours they got the van
Found the
back.
shit. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Just
So-
the van or everything?
No, they got all their equipment back. Now you
But
got to
still
think,
24 hours for that
40,000
shit,
bucks, man, back in 72,
That's what I'm saying.
73.
That's like $100,000 right now. That's a lot
That's
of
a
fucking
lot
gas.
of
Possibly
money.
more.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Do you remember the fucking? I remember I go on Craigslist a lot to look for free shit and yada yada. But they always had a post where it was like, "Did you used to go to the fucking warehouse? Do you want to tell us your fucking stories?" Was that the guy?
That could have been Jesse whenever he would start
Okay,
doing
yeah.
it.
So it
Like,
was
yeah,
there
I mean,
forever.
I went
Like,
along on the Captain Humble interview. That was in Slidell,
Yeah.
I think. And then I went with him and did I think it was the Gambit magazine article.
Okay.
We went
Okay.
to New Orleans and took a picture on this in this bar owned by Pepper Keenan at the time, at least.
Nice.
And the back of the bar, the bricks on the floor were from the warehouse.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! You were telling me about this. Yeah.
And they took a picture of us on it. It was very cool. One of our friends who helped do the movie Autumn, he passed. He's in that picture too. So anyway, my friend Jesse was in it. Hinky was on the picture of it as well. But it was just really cool that somebody had collected the bricks and put them somewhere.
That is cool. I like that.
Well, I have one at
No
my house.
shit.
Do you?
Loft. Yeah, and my friends, they drew the warehouse on it.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
It's brick number 4. They do have some out there, not many. Bobby Wall, he took one of in the monument itself, we got bricks around the pictures and everything.
Yeah.
And one of the bricks in there,
It's from-
on one of the faces, is actually from the warehouse
Nice.
that he put in.
That's
Nice.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
You got to go find it. I'm not telling you
So
which one.
didn't they have to put the monument slightly off from where the actual building was?
What it was is they wanted to go ahead and put it at the original site.
Right.
But the original site is the entrance to the port.
Right.
So Bobby and them came up with an idea. Well, we could just get a big boulder out there and put a little plaque on it.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, well, what's the rock for? And like,
Rock and roll,
Rock and
bitch.
rock and roll. Rock and roll. So, no, you need a little more. So they came out with a rectangle and everything and a design. Then the city says, well, we got the port here. We don't want to put traffic here,
Right.
foot traffic, everything. So I tell you what, 4 blocks away, we'll give you this triangle, and you can come up with a design there.
There you go.
So going to buy a boulder to over $100,000
Right.
to build this thing, it finally got built.
How did that work out? Was it a crowdfunding kind of thing?
It was all public funding from
Nice.
people. I would say maybe half of the people out there were on fixed incomes,
Right.
but they wanted to see it happen.
Nice.
And Bobby, for the papers and everything, Bobby sold them and put their names on them
Nice,
and everything.
yeah, okay.
And then he did a bunch of them with a bunch of names on them.
So they're all a part of it.
Right. So
Yeah.
everybody's a part of this. And what Bobby did
I was
is
wondering if they were going to if they had like a plaque for. I haven't been
Yeah.
to it, so
you got to
yeah,
get there.
I got to.
May
I got to.
17th.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I like that.
And what they did is he took an envelope every time you sent in a donation, like I want my name on this one or this or that.
Yeah.
He would take it and he would put on an envelope your address and how much. In case he ever had to return the money,
Okay.
it was there to be returned.
Smart.
And he kept that until the project went on.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
so
Just in case something
Yeah.
falls through. That's killer though that it didn't.
that goes back to I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy
That's
was
how
serious
anal he
about-
is.
Didn't he?
Oh, yes.
I think at one point, it might be wrong about this, but wasn't he
Probably.
Yeah, I'm usually wrong. I've got somebody wrong, mixed up
Twice.
with somebody.
2 times.
Didn't he have a site that was cataloging all the dates of every concert?
We have a web page, and that's the blackstrat.net.
That's what
Yeah,
you're
okay.
talking
about.
So that's what I'm thinking of. That's
Yes.
connected to it, but like it's an archive, right? Of
Yes,
all
it
the
is.
different ones, and what that exact website was? What?
Blackstrat.net.
Yeah.
Okay. .net. Very cool.
This is the one that at the very end of it has the documentary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has documented. It also has pictures of
Right. Yeah. It's all
Of the monument and
it's
everything.
Is all people like contributed to this website, or is it all just like what Bobby had?
it's what Bobby and I believe John DeBose put together.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
so it's in cahoots with both
Yeah. It's
both of
very,
them, I'm guessing. Yeah.
tight knit on it then.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a nice thing. It's in a safe area. We're gonna have a lot of hippies out there, man. Just
That's good.
enjoying
I like
music.
that.
We're gonna have a really good band out there. They're called Rock Block,
Oh,
Okay.
very cool.
and all the band members went to the warehouse. So what they're doing is they're dedicating all the songs to the artists that played at the warehouse.
Nice. Nice.
So it's going to be good. Yeah, I talked to them the other day, man. They're like a kid at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy,
Jack
look at that.
Daisy,
Hey,
yeah.
this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. And I said, let's get it. Let's get it.
I'm sure. Plus, just digging into it, it's like, oh,
Right.
this fucking band played there. This band, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Talking Heads played there.
Yeah.
I grew up on that band. I love
Yeah.
that fucking band.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of bands play there.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm
mean,
saying. I'm
it's
gonna have to go
just-
look up more stuff on it. I knew it was a huge thing.
The
and just,
Allman Brothers supposedly were basically a house band at the place.
I knew that one. Yeah,
Yes.
that was the thing that kind of threw me off because it was like it seemed like nothing to me.
Pre,
It was
like,
it's the
whenever-
warehouse, I figured it was like a couple of guys rolled through because it was such a big place, but it was like consistently huge bands coming through
Yes.
here, and it's so crazy because now where there's nobody.
I don't
comes
think many
through.
bands except like the Beatles were playing at stadiums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's
so.
just so odd to think though.
Yeah.
You know, like some
Well,
fucking dive
well, I
bar,
mean,
you know, for
the warehouse
It's not
wasn't
even a
that
bar.
big.
It was like
you
a
know?
damn. It was like wasn't it like a open. It was exactly what it sounds like.
It's a warehouse.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a warehouse. I mean, when they got the thing, they had to go in. They had to do all the plumbing. They had to do the electrical.
just a
They had to
fucking
build offices.
Yeah.
You know, it was a warehouse.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what it was called, a warehouse.
When I was watching that thing. The guy actually still had the hat that was stolen from
Oh,
the.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
that was
What's
from
this?
Leon Russell's hat.
Yeah,
I
Leon-
should have watched the goddamn documentary. I feel so
Man, you
lost.
know-
I'm sorry.
I was like so close to it. I watched it.
I mean, you could tell and
yeah.
just like explain more, so I understand.
There was they had this hat that was
Right, yeah.
mounted above the floor.
It's a 5-gallon hat, and
Okay.
it was like a flag, and I believe it was for Leon Russell, and he put it up on the rafters.
Gotcha.
And one of the guys, Tony Green, one of the guys he was interviewing, I think it's Tony Green. He plays gypsy jazz goddamn music. Anyway, this fucking mic stand. Sorry, not
know.
gypsy jazz.
It's this.
whatever.
It's because of this. You gotta fucking position it to where that doesn't fall against you.
I don't know. I've been trying. Every week I try. I grab
He's
the
still
same
got another
fucking
half
one.
hour, man. He'll
I
get
know,
it.
right? He'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
I
won't
changed
he?
this fucking mic stand.
He's a big boy now.
He wipes his own ass. You know,
See,
need
I'm
no
telling
help.
you, it just
What
fucking
the
falls.
fuck? No, man, it doesn't. Did you not
There
tighten
you
that
go.
one up? There's another. screw
Everything's
that's like-
cool. Everything's cool. Anyway,
Calling me a fucking asshole over here.
did you get the shirt made?
The fucking hat.
Yes, this
Oh,
here was
sorry.
held. Oh yeah, back
I was
to
in the
that.
middle of the
Sorry,
goddamn hat story. Anyway, they had
fucking
Leon Russell's hat up there, and one of the guys they were interviewing stole the hat one night and still had it.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Okay,
when he
yes.
brought it out, whenever they were telling the story. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, getting the shirt made. I noticed whenever I'm talking to you, I'm just having all the information I know hit me at once.
Yeah,
right,
okay.
right.
The shirts here, they are a replica, and what they did is somebody went out there and say, hey, we can use this. It's a good contributor to get the monument built.
Right. Hell
And
yeah.
it was one of our big sellers.
Are these
Yeah.
still available to buy?
Yes, they are.
Nice. Okay, through the website, the black.
Epstein.com, and just type in warehouse jersey,
Okay.
and they should pop
I'll
up.
post a
And if
thing
not,
up on it.
yeah, and I'll give you the address.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah.
That's no
perfect.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Killer. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like the style. I like that old like baseball jersey fucking style of his.
Yeah.
Henley, whatever the fuck they called him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that helped us raise a lot of money to get this here done.
Right. Yeah. I'm
So-
sure. Everybody
Oh,
loves
yeah.
a T-shirt, man.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Either that or coffee cup.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Koozie. Just anything they can, have.
Something you always use.
Yeah. We had lighters for a while. They went immediately. They're very good. It's a good,
Yeah,
everybody wants a lighter. Everybody wants,
Yeah.
even if you don't need it, you
Yeah.
want it.
absolutely. And talking about things like that, we also have a friend. His name's Tom. When they were tearing down the warehouse, man, he jumped the fence. And he took the 1820 sign. That there was the address of
Yeah.
Chop Toolers. And he brought it to the 50th reunion. And he was one of the
Nice.
40th people. I says, look what I got, man. I jumped the fence for this, blah, 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 and we all took pictures with
What a
it.
fucking thing to have.
Well, what he
trip.
did is he talked to Mike Joya about bringing it to the big house in Macon, Georgia. And the big house is the museum for the Allman Brothers.
Okay.
And in one of their cases, they got a small thing about the
For the
warehouse.
warehouse.
Yeah, and they got Smoke Patrol jersey hanging that was given to them and everything.
Nice.
Well, Mike brought the original sign up there, and now it's in the museum.
No shit.
In Macon,
That's
Georgia,
cool.
yeah.
That's cool as fuck. And you got a picture with it, with you?
Yeah,
what
I
you were
got
saying?
one somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Big time.
That's very, what a fucking thing to have.
Yeah,
And then to
absolutely.
bust out after 50 years, like, Jesus, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
50 years to almost a day.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Jerome, now you have a website where you're promoting bands as well. Like,
Yes, it's called the Warehouse Crew New Orleans. It's a public page right now.
Anybody can get on that shit.
And what I do is on the North Shore, I go 5, 6, 8 times a week, go see bands, see
I
what
catch
they
a lot of
sound
bands off
like.
of your stuff because I get notifications. If you follow it, you'll get notifications when it goes live. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a bit, So yeah, you'll
Yeah,
see what you
and
want to see.
I like to record the whole song.
Right.
I don't want to tease people. Hey, this is what they sound like.
Yeah, right.
That way, my philosophy is if you don't know what they play, you don't know where they're playing, you're not getting off the couch.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I put it out there. I've been having it for 11 months now. I have over 1,200 people on it.
Hell yeah.
I'm starting to get feedback on it now. Hey, warehouse guy. Hey, it's good seeing you.
Yeah. Come to this show.
Yeah, I'm out here because of you. I seen them on one of your videos, and I wanted to look at them. So it's starting to work. And of course, I give out bumper stickers to like drummers and everything to put it on their bass.
Yeah. We got
the guitars.
I see the one there. We're gonna throw it up on our big wall of shit here.
Yep, you got
Take
one
down
for this
somebody-
place. That way you can
somebody's
always
shit.
see it.
Hell yeah.
And it's just self-promotion to let people know about rock and roll.
Yeah.
And
I
about
love
the
that,
music and where it came from.
man. Yeah. So it's still the whole,
Yeah, absolutely.
still the warehouse crew.
Yeah.
Still the guys just trying to get out there and fucking see some music. I like that shit though.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing with it too. It's because it's so local, and I've seen a lot of blues bands that you would never fucking see because it's after a while it's like unless I know you personally, I mean, what's the difference between you and another guy? There's a million blues guys out there, but just to catch it once and catch a whole song, you're like, maybe this is a little different. I'll go see these fucking
absolutely.
guys.
Yeah. Well, the blues now, they are different. I mean, you got one band that'll be totally different than the other.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're all good.
You like some Sam Forche?
We love some Sam
Yeah,
Forche
right?
now, man. That's my buddy there.
For sure. Yeah, he kills.
No,
it.
it's Forche.
Hey. Also, shout out Sam. I know you're watching this. Look at that fucking guy on here. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
On his weekly Thursdays watching this shit.
Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely cool. Yeah, we used to have a lot of fun. I mean, we seen bands like Humble Pie.
Right.
Yes.
That'd be
Okay.
crazy.
Right. Crazy as fuck, man.
$5, $6.
Right. Get fucked, man. Like
No air
there's
conditioning?
Nothing here.
No air conditioning,
No.
except for in the wintertime. In the summertime, we had the heat,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
It's
know,
just
always
backwards.
hot. It's just always hot. It's
absolutely.
either summer and hot or it's cold and we're making it hot.
But yeah, we had some great music back then, man. It was just so awesome.
And then to see him,
Well, that's what it is. Like you got the access, such close access to such big
To
bands.
such a-
like it's
you know-
not exactly the same anymore, or maybe it is, and I'm
I
just.
feel like it's not though. Just it's the band, the caliber of bands that were coming through there versus who comes through New Orleans now. I'm not saying that the local guys aren't fucking crushing it out there, but like this is insane. The fucking Allman Brothers are the house band for that place.
Yes.
What is that? Like that's not a thing that happens around here.
Yeah, well,
You know?
well,
Those big
actually,
bands.
when they went and bought the place, because when they first did it, they went in on a lease,
Uh-huh.
and I read about this, and then they decided to sell it to them. Well, of course, they were 4 guys. They were all broke,
Right, yeah.
and they're trying to raise up money. And what I read was the bands like It's a Beautiful Day, the Allman Brothers, and a couple of other ones jumped up and helped raise
backed it
money
up.
for these guys to buy the place and
love the
getting
fucking
paid
place
back
so much.
because they just love to play there.
Nice.
People played there and they loved it because they wanted to get out of the giant stadium types, where your stage is 6 feet up in the air
Yeah,
and you got
disconnected.
barricades from them to where a guy can put his elbow on the stage right there and just
Right.
watch them,
Yeah.
10, 20 feet away. I mean, even the Who played there twice.
Right. Yeah.
The Doors played their last gig there.
Yeah, before
No
he
shit.
died. Yes, he
Okay.
did. Yes,
Yeah.
the Doors
Wow.
played there.
Nice.
Yeah, the-
Before he died, the last.
Last gig, I think.
His
That's
very
crazy.
last gig, yes.
Or
That's
at least his
crazy.
very last American appearance or something like that.
Well, it was
Still.
his last.
Yeah,
It was his last show. His
Okay.
last
Yeah, from what I hear, he tried to bash the mic stand through the stage.
Yeah, he made a hole in there. He passed out. They tried to wake him up the way I understand. I wasn't there. I was a little bit before my time.
Still,
Right.
I heard that a lot of times, who was the keyboard player? Was that Ray Manzarek in the Doors?
I think so.
Anyway, I think he used to sometimes take over vocal duties
Because of that.
yeah, because he get fucked up or not even show. Because like they actually have footage of him doing a Doors song just without Jim up there at all.
Right.
So
that's funny.
I wonder if he tried to sing or if they just jammed that night. Like nobody had. I think there was talk of having a recording of it, but I never heard of it.
I would have to, well, as I said, if you go on blackstrat.net, you go on to 1970,
Yeah,
You'll find it all.
and you go to the doors, they'll have little icons behind it.
very cool.
And they might have an audio icon. If it is, and you can click on it, you might be able to hear it.
Right, whether it was
But-
him there or not.
Well, you'll hear that. I'm positive there's no video back then.
Right, yeah, no. So what about the hat here? You made that or you got it made?
That day was made in Mississippi. They had this
like
lady,
it, yeah.
Miss Susan Cox. She's the hat lady up there. She goes to a lot of festivals and makes all these kind of hats. And we were up at the Ground Zero one time, and one of the waitresses was talking to Mike Joya and said, "Man, I like your hat." And he says, "Yeah, I got it from Susan Cox." And she looked at him and said, "You ought to get one. You ought to get her to make a warehouse one." And he did, and we had a few of them made. So
Yeah. Yeah, they're out and about. No, I like it. Though.
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
cool.
I like those kind of like hats in general. I got a couple like that, but
Yeah.
I like the shit on it. you know.
It's got ABB on the other side,
Nice.
of course.
All right, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does this right in the middle of the podcast all the
it hasn't
time.
been a lot lately, but
it's
happening today.
It's a corporate break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to try and do gags with him while he was gone, try to do something whenever he came back, but he's pretty much caught every trick.
Almost.
Yeah. So you got a pretty huge record collection you were showing me too. Is that all stuff that you've been collecting your whole life, or did you get back into it?
It's mostly what I started off with, and then when I came back, I had them, and I gave them to my friend to turn them into digital, which he never did. But the good thing about that is I left and went to Nevada on vacation, and Hurricane Katrina hit.
Okay. That's a
And-
good thing.
My house got hit with 27 foot of water.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I lost my stereos and everything in there, but still had my LPs at his house.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that
So-
makes sense.
so,
For a second, I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how is this good?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's how it's good. So, yeah, so I did get them back and everything, and then about 2 years ago, we went to Ground Zero, Biloxi. And right on the corner right there is Molly's Music. It's a little record store. And every time we go up there, we'll go over there, we'll look at it. And I walked up there one day, and I looked in there, and I told my wife, I said, "Son of a gun," I said, "look at that." She says, "What's that?" I said, "That's a Sansui 9000 dB.
The exact one you had?
The exact same one I lost in Katrina."
Okay.
She says, "What?" I said, "That is it." And I walked inside and I talked to Molly. I said, "What do you want for that, man?" He says, "I want $3,000."
$3,000.
So I said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna think about that, When I looked at it, I said, "Baby, I want it." She says, "Well, get it." I said, "Not for $3,000. I'm not getting it." No. So that October, we went to go see Jimmy Hall. He's a good friend. And we went to see him, and we won a Halloween contest. So, of course, we get there ahead of time, and we go to Marley's. I walk on in. "Hey, Marley, how you doing?" He says, "Man, I got some good news for you." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Everything's half price."
Ah!
I said, "Including my receiver?"
That what?
He says, "Yeah." I said, "Well, man, what about a discount?" He says, "Okay, what kind of discount you want?" I said, "Senior citizen discount, military discount?
All of them?
If I shut the hell up right now and buy it, you give me a discount?
Yeah.
And
Cash
he
in
looked at
hand?
me and he shook his head. He said, okay, I'll give you 10% military. So he boxed it up in the original box.
Oh, nice.
Had the original instructions, everything, and I brought it home.
So what year is
Beautiful.
that?
It's 1970, 78
Okay, nice.
is when I actually bought it. So about a year and a half later, my left channel starts to mess up. So I give him a call. I said, who did you have go through this? Because I'm starting to have issues with my left channel. Okay, it's 50 years old.
Right.
And he says, well, you can bring it to me. I know this guy in Slidell. I go, wait, Marley. I said, I live in
Right,
Slidell.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Is that digital rehab?
Yeah. Oh, no, not digital
okay.
rehab. It's another guy called Al.
Okay.
And his specialization is in Sansuis.
Oh, nice.
shit.
Okay,
Right,
and he
yeah.
does it from his house, so he don't really have a business.
Right, yeah.
And so I brought it to him and everything, and $100, man, he repaired and everything. And then he talked to me about it. He says, man, do you know the history on this receiver? I said, no. He said, Marley went to an estate sale, and a guy had the 9,000 and the 7,000 Sansui.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened is he bought the 9,000 first, and it was too powerful.
Right.
So he took it, he put it back in the box, and went and bought the 7,000, and never took the 9,000 back out the box again. He said when he brought it to me, I opened up the box, it was pristine. It was
Right.
like brand spanking new.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
But he still had to
Right.
go through it
Yeah.
because it sat up that long.
Yeah, he went
course,
through it,
yeah.
make sure all the capacitors were
Like,
good and
come
everything,
on.
make sure it was balanced.
Yeah.
And
when you were showing it to me in the picture, I could tell it was an expensive unit, but I didn't
For sure,
know
yeah.
anything about it.
No, but looking at it, it's like, well, that looks like more than anything my parents ever had.
I have, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm hoping it's going to work out, but the guy, I have my Pioneer getting fixed. It's a 74, and it's at Digital Rehab right now. It's the only guy I can find in the paper.
Right.
It's like, that's in
Gotcha.
Slidell. I'm going to go there. Hopefully it works out.
I brought that guy my turntable, and he did a pretty good job, man.
Nice.
He sounds like he knows what he's doing, and he knows Al real good too.
Okay,
so,
cool.
So that's good vibes right there.
Yeah.
Right. Hell
Very
yeah.
cool. I can't believe you've gone to so many shows. I can't believe you're not actually a musician or anything like that as well.
Yeah, well, shit happens, you know.
I like that stuff. Because like the last episode we had Dan Fox on from
Yeah.
Anti-Gravity, and it's just like he was talking about just people that go out there just to support the scene, man.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
out there for the
It's-
scene. They're out there for the music. They're out there to be entertained.
And they're lifers. You know,
Yes.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
it's a music like it's not just something that you just got into. You've been doing
No,
this.
I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right.
It's
And
just,
that I'm kind of stuck on, like in my thing being a guitarist. I've been into playing guitar since I was 12 years old, you know, or 11 years old even, you know, and going to shows is that for you that entire time.
right.
I don't know.
Well, it's for me, it's a little funny thing where it's like I want to go see a show, and then somebody's like, "Hey, the fucking guy from." It's not all the time. I'm not saying that. It's not like a recognized thing, but like to go. It's like I just want to go see a show, a local cover band. Like, oh, you're the guy from this other cover band. Don't no, man. Like I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Like this. Do your thing, man. Like
I'm in the audience.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's not a thing, you know.
Entertain me.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I fucking came here. I put the money in the bucket, man. Like
I hear you. Yes, you always got
dance,
a tip.
monkey, motherfucker. Like
You
shit.
always got a tip.
You got
man.
a tip. You got
Yes,
to.
absolutely.
Have you been into blues music the same you've been into rock music, or is that
Yes.
like a new thing?
No, I've
Same-
always
it was
been in the
same
blues.
time?
Yeah. I mean, you got Edgar Winter, you got Johnny Winter,
Right.
Good shit.
you got
That's
Walter
very good
Trout,
shit.
you got John Mayall. I mean, we just seen Walter Trout, man. Matter of
shit.
fact, a week ago or so.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Ground Zero Blues Club.
Come on. Okay. Yeah. Right.
So
yeah.
how old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
He's 77, I think.
Okay.
74, 77.
Yeah.
He's in his mid-70s. Matter of fact, back in 2015, he almost died from liver cancer.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he finally got his liver transplant and everything. I think, according to him, he died a couple of times, maybe. And he had to relearn how to walk. He had to relearn how to talk, and he also had to relearn how to play the guitar.
Still
And
out
to
there
see
killing
him last week
Right.
killing it like he did, man, was just awesome.
it. Yeah.
I got to see Buddy Guy play about 10 years ago.
Nice. Okay.
He played in my neighborhood.
Oh,
believe it
cool.
or not.
At
Yeah,
the
they're-
fucking country club thing.
no,
Oh.
there's a
Sinclair's?
house down. Yeah, there's a house down my street.
Yeah.
Anyway, they
They
have
pull
these
some fucking
badass
people.
parties, and
Didn't he have the birds out
yeah,
there?
the Yardbirds.
The Yardbirds.
Yardbirds.
Fucking
Ah,
Yardbirds. I walked there. It was 3 blocks
a
from my
fucking
house,
house.
in my neighborhood. Like, this guy's just got a badass party place. And anyway, I saw a buddy guy there, and I don't know what I was expecting. I kind of was expecting more something like, I'd never really had a lot of context on what Buddy Guy was like now. You know, I've seen some videos from somewhere around the time of Jimi Hendrix, whenever
Gotcha.
he was
Right.
into him. But he was fucking killing it, man. He
Oh,
was
I'm
feeding
sure.
back into the thing. His guitar was fucking cranked.
Yeah,
It wasn't like some bullshit.
yeah,
like, it was
that's a
fucking
little
amazing.
Solo
no.
acoustic in the
And
backyard
it-
thing. No, we're crushing.
He was eating off the catering after the thing and everything in this place. I didn't want to go up to him because it's just like, wow, that's Buddy Guy right there.
You should have.
Yeah, I know. I should have. It's
Hey.
like one of those
When the
things. I-
fuck are you gonna see
He's
him
a
again?
person just like you, man.
Yeah.
And they're more than happy to talk to you.
yeah,
For sure.
for sure. I guess it was just I was having such a surreal night.
Yeah.
that I just walked down. I didn't even drive. I was like, if he's right over there, I'm walking.
Right,
Because it's too
right.
cool not to be able to walk to a Buddy Guy
To a
Yeah.
fucking
concert.
Buddy Guy
And also,
concert.
whenever I saw the Yardbirds at the same place, the only one that was original out of the Yardbirds was the drummer in this, and I believe he's passed since then. But
Gotcha.
the lead singer was out of that band that did that Black Betty song.
Oh,
Ram
a
Jam?
Yeah, Ram Jam.
Yeah. He sang for him that night. It was
Nice.
amazing.
I'm
It's
sure he
fucking
killed
killer
it,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another one-hit wonder, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything else by them.
Yeah, not by Ram Jam for sure.
That's,
I thought we were talking about your.
first LP at the house, and I don't think they have any others because I don't.
No,
I
I've
don't
never heard
remember.
another one by him.
I tell you what, that was a great LP.
I bet.
Well, I had it on 8-track, and I drove from Fort Sill, Oklahoma, all the way to New Orleans, and that
On it.
was one great song to drive to. 80, 85 all the way.
Just before we go and everything, I wanted to ask a question. What do you, or who do you think is an underrated band from the '70s that just doesn't get its due? You seeing them at the Warehouse, and they were just such an amazing band. Is there one that you think kind of went under the
Faded out a
radar?
little
Well,
more.
went out under the radar
Yeah,
of
I
like
see what you're saying.
who should.
Well, I wouldn't say I didn't see him at the Warehouse, but It's a Beautiful Day was a nice one.
Really?
Okay, and then you had Hot Tuna.
Yeah.
That was another one.
I've heard of these bands, but I've never
Okay.
actually. I don't
I've
have
heard of Hot
context.
Tuna for
Yeah.
sure. Yes.
Yeah, on my Facebook page, we were talking about it, and David Thompson said, "Oh yeah, I remember Hot Tuna, blah blah, you
Yeah.
know." And I took a snapshot of my LP and I sent it to him. He says, "Yeah, Jerome, I knew you would have it." You know, Hot Liquor's another one out of Baton Rouge.
Somebody told me about Gentle Giant was a band. I think was some sort of prog band that
Okay.
was an underrated '70s band. And since then, I've always wanted to ask guys who were in the '70s to actually
Fucking
tell
see
me.
if that
Yeah,
was a thing.
I heard something other name, but I don't remember
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's something I like to ask because there's always bands to check out, and there's always stuff that
Right.
there's so
And
many
shit
groups.
that just goes over the radar, you know,
Yeah.
under the radar. That's like how, and especially now, like how would you know? You know
now
when you-
there's so many bands. It's like
Well, I'm
the
just
new
saying to
bands.
go back through a catalog like that. How the fuck are you gonna go through 40 years of shit, you know, just to get to some obscure band in the 70s?
Right.
You know.
You got
Yeah.
the internet now, man. You can
that's what I'm
look.
saying, though.
Oh, that's why we're asking Jerome, so we
That's
don't
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
dig.
It's like, that's why we're asking you, so we don't have to do comb for 3 years to find Hot Tuna.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is there something you'd like to plug for the future, or
Well, yeah,
like
you
a-
got the May 17th. thing,
Yeah, the
right?
May 17th, as I said, Rock Block's going to play there from 1 to 4.
Yes. Where's it at?
It's on Race and Chapatula Street.
go.
All you have to do is Google the Warehouse Monument, and it'll show up on Google.
Okay, perfect.
You got a lot of free parking there. You go
Nice.
2 blocks down. They got the Urban South right there. They got
Okay,
food
yeah,
there if you want to
yeah.
go after the show.
Okay.
The park's nice. It's clean. And it's just going to be fun,
It's
man.
gonna be a good fucking time. Bunch of
Oh
hippies
yeah, man!
fucking
Just a
chilling
bunch of
out.
hippies. You
Hell
walk
yeah.
out there, man. You tell everybody hi. They'll sit there. They'll shake your hand. They'll talk to you.
Love it.
Can ask them any kind of questions about songs or anything. You get self
Ready to talk.
conversation. Yes.
All the fucking bands coming out there doing tributes to all the bands that were there. They're rocking. What was the name again? Sorry, the
Rock Block.
Rock Block doing
Rock
tributes to all the
Block,
bands that played
yes.
out of the Warehouse. So yeah, May 17th. Show up to that
Yes.
shit.
And also, man, don't forget, if it wasn't for Bobby Wall and the monument there, all my friends now and this Warehouse crew we would probably all be home right now in rocking chairs.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
because
keeping
if
it
it wasn't
Keeping
for
it
this
out
to
there.
revitalize
Keeping it
us
alive.
again, to get back into music, to show people what's playing,
Yes.
to go and support our people, you know,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be doing it right now if it wasn't for Bobby Wall and the Monuments.
There you go.
So,
And yeah, follow Jerome on Facebook and the Warehouse Crew because he's posting all the time about local bands, local blues, local cover shit, all over the place.
yes, sir.
You got a band, hit him up. Fucking he'll promote your shit out.
Yep. It's a public page right now. You can go
Perfect.
ahead and you can post it there yourself.
Hell yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Absolutely. Then I'll know where you are. Hey,
Hey.
that's a good one.
All right, Jerome. Well, thank you so
Thanks
much for
so
being
much
on
for
the show,
coming out
man.
here.
And good luck with the concert. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Yay!